Well, it should. Football returning to Memorial Stadium for the first time, the NFL, since 1983. And make it official with this kickoff. Baltimore is back in the NFL business as they should have been. And back on the sidelines for Baltimore, man that led him, the Colts, to 3 division championships in the 70s, Ted Marchibroda. Vinny Testaverde to Derek Alexander, and he's brought down by Eddie Anderson, but it's a 47-yard gain down to the 28. Then 3rd and 6. Testaverde. Now, Vinny doesn't look slow in these uniforms. Watch Vinny move. Look at Vincenzo. Moves, darts, smells the end zone. Touchdown. 4 for 4 passing, a 9-yard run. Vinny and the Ravens on the board. But, Tommy, then some trouble for the offense.
Yeah, a couple of problems in the offensive line. You see here at the bottom of your screen, Jonathan Ogden, the rookie, fighting off Chester McLaughlin. And then you see Grockton here beating out Steve Everett, who sacks Testaverde, and then Leroy Horde here stuffed for no gain.
So the Ravens rushing for just 38 yards in the first half. Testaverde sacked twice. And then the Oakland offense, despite the fact that Jeff Hostetler was on the sidelines, got going. Billy Joe Hobart to Tim Brown. Through 3 defenders. Touchdown. We're tied at 7. Still in the second. Hobart to the fine rookie tight end, Ricky Dudley, down to the 5-yard line. Then after being pushed back by a false start, by the way, the Raiders had 12 penalties. Nothing changes. Hobart to Brown for the out. Touchdown. 14-7. The Raiders. Third quarter, Raiders looking for more, but Billy Joe had jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Antonio Langham stepped in front of Tim Brown, and the Ravens are fired up. Ted Marchibroda's team cuts it to 14-10. Then more Baltimore defense. Harvey Williams, Tim Brown the reverse. No! Tim Goad makes the play behind the line of scrimmage. Then Hobart, Ricky Dudley, look at Eric Turner. Boom! Welcome back, Eric. Now 14-13, Raiders in the 4th. Testaverde to Michael Jackson down to the 43-yard line. Then more Vinny. Look at Vincenzo. Are you sure this isn't John Elway? 5-yard gain, and he gets the first down. Then 3rd and inches, Ernest Bina, the venerable one. Touchdown. He heads. No, it's not to the dog pound as he used to do.
Coliseum. Raiders coming in having lost 8 in a row. Jeff Hostetler finally back from the injuries. Here, pass tipped, intercepted by Vinnie Clark. He's going to fumble, but Jacksonville recovered. Haas a little bit concerned. Hey, I'm a little rusty. Second quarter, 1st and 10, Raiders on the move. Hostetler going long. James Jets got the Jets, but overthrown. 3 plays later, 4th and 4. Another trick play in this one. We got Jeff Gossett's arm down the sideline. Tip here, tip there, tip everywhere. Where is it? Tip there, dropped. Tommy, what do we have?
Well, Kenny Shedd, the wide receiver, he gets bumped here. Would have been an interference call, but then he proceeds to grab the defender, offsetting penalties. Raiders, instead of having the ball at the 1, you line up and do it over again.
Now Hostetler to Tim Brown, 19 yards. Touchdown, 7-0 Raiders. Hostetler, excellent in the first half. Raiders up 10-zip at the half. Third quarter. Natron Means, first appearance this season, back from the injured thumb. His first carry of the season, 12 yards. Mike Hollis then would come on for a field goal. Jags down 10-3. Still third quarter, Raiders driving. Hostetler, hands to Napoleon Kaufman, 33 yards on this play down inside the Jags 10. But Tommy, a disastrous situation.
Yeah, the Raiders doing a lot of work in between that neutral zone, 20-20 with their running backs, but no rushing TDs in the last 32 quarters. And Harvey Williams keeps that going by fumbling right here, 3rd and goal.
Fourth quarter, under 3 minutes to go. Jags down 10-3. 4th and 5. Brunel hits Andre Rison. Close to a first down. Favorable spot. Measurement. First down. Next play, though. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, 26. Brunel on the blitz. Jerry Ball's got it. Jerry Ball's having a ball. You know why? Because he's got the ball. Jerry Ball's going 66 yards. The big guy with the touchdown. Coughlin cannot believe it. It clinches the Raiders' win. 17-3 is your final score. So the Raiders snap the 8-game losing streak.
The Chargers had a 2-game winning streak snap when they went into Lambeau and were lambasted. But Stan Humphrey says, you know what? We got to stand tall. A quick out pass to Terrell Fletcher, 7-0 Chargers. Even though the footing is slippery, Hostetler says, yeah, footing is slippery. And Mike White says, Haas, you got us a win last week. We go for some no-huddle. Kurt Gobea has made his presence felt for the Chargers, picks it up, and the Chargers in business down to the 10. To the chagrin of Jeff Hostetler, the Chargers take advantage. 2 plays later, Humphreys to Tony Martin. 1-2, beautiful play. 14-0, the Lightning Bolts. Raiders next possession. First down, Haas to Tim Brown. Safe at second, but the ball is fumbled. Rodney Harrison picks it up and down to the 41-yard line. Tim Brown says, I don't know, maybe I better check my hands. But the Chargers say, well, check this. 41 yards. Humphreys, Martin, 3 touchdowns in 9 plays. 21-0, the Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, and Tony Martin, a great job here working on Larry Brown, who's nursing a bad foot right there. He spins him around, focuses on the ball, does a nice job of pulling it in and squeezing it.
Junior Seau pulled a hammy Wednesday in practice, so from time to time he had to go to the sideline. And when he did, Hostetler to James Jett, roaming free through the Chargers secondary down to the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal, Haas to Derek Fenner, and watch this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Makes the catch, 4-yard touchdown, and the first non-Tim Brown offensive touchdown of the year makes it 21-7. Napoleon Kaufman, no little man complex here. Look at him go. Good, go, all the way. But Willie Clark catches him down to the 5-yard line, but a beautiful 77-yard run by Napoleon Kaufman, one of the most exciting backs in football. Haas to rookie Ricky Dudley, touchdown. The Raiders have cut it to 24-14. So thanks in part that Kaufman had 104 yards in the first half, and Harvey Williams had -3. Raiders down 27-14 at the half. 3rd quarter, same score. Haas, Tim Brown, that's a pretty pass, 6 yards, and the Raiders have pulled to 27-21 at home. Raiders next possession, Haas over the middle. Tim Brown cuts up to the 15-yard line, sets up a Cole Ford attempt from 25 yards, but it looks like Cole Porter. You always hurt the one you love. Wide right. 4th quarter. Chargers go for the kill. Humphreys to Tony Martin. His 3rd touchdown reception of the day. They missed the 2-point conversion. It's 33-21. Haas says we can come back. Oh, no, you can't, says Willie Clark. Look at him go. He does go all the way. Clark playing in place of the injured Dwayne Harper. Harper ruined the Raiders last year. This time, it's Clark. On his Haas very early. Well, he gives it to Joe Aska, and you get a fumbler. It's a scramble, but somehow Hostetler is at the bottom of the pile. You knew it was the Raiders' day early on. Now it's 3rd and 11. Haas flushed out of the pocket. And he moves the nimble one. 17 yards for the first down. And Tommy 1st and 10 at the 26. Raiders run a reverse to Timmy Brown. Look at Hostetler take out Kowalski.
Yeah, and Hostetler's toughness defined what the Raiders did offensively today.
I guess that was Kowalski. I was thinking of Killer Kowalski. and Haas, under pressure, ducks 2 tackles, sprints. James Jett, touchdown. What a pretty play. 7-0. The Raiders. Now it's 13-0 Raiders. 35 seconds to go in the half. Haas looking for Napoleon Kaufman. Takes the hands out of the vest. Makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown. 20-0 Raiders at the half. What has happened to the Detroit Lions since halftime against the Falcons? Here's what's happened to Jeff Hostetler. First drive in the 3rd quarter. Haas, play fake. James Jett. Think he's faster than these guys, Tom? 58 yards. Next possession, 3rd and 2. Haas, you think there's some breakdown in the coverage here? Ricky Dudley.
Yeah, and Dudley is a guy who can really run. You watch him hit the seam of the defense, and nobody's going to catch him.
34-0 Raiders with 9:40 to go in the 3rd. Haas down but not out. So Scott Mitchell says, you know what? We got to do something here. He throws to Herman's Moore, 25 yards. Mitchell. Brett Perriman, one-handed grab, 20 yards. Next play. Mitchell, slant, Moore, drive, $150. It's 34-7. Who cares, though, right, Wayne? Raiders go 3 and out. 1st and goal. Herman Moore steals the touchdown from Terry McDaniel. Drive took a minute 29. 34-14. Who cares, though, right? Raiders 3 and out. Lions, 1st and 10 from the 20. Johnny Moore salts it away for a touchdown. Drive, 2:25. He cares. Mike White says it's already 34-21. Mitchell for Brett Perriman, but it's picked off by Larry Brown. First interception is a Raider. Raiders, come on. Hold on to win at 37-21. Boy, after the Lions led Atlanta 28-0, it must have been Newt Gingrich at halftime last week because the Lions then proceeded to give up, 24 plus whatever was like 58 points.
First possession, 3rd and 9. Who's the speediest guy on the team? You got it, Tim Brown. makes the catch, goes out of bounds at the 23-yard game. 2 plays after that, after a penalty. What else? It's the Raiders. Napoleon Kaufman scampers in. We've got a Raiders lead, 7-0. The Chargers would thusly try to answer. 1st and 10 from the 44. Stan Humphries back to pass. Got to buy himself some time. He does, scrambles forward, but look out. Gets hit hard by Rob Fredrickson. Chester McLaughlin, look again. A helmet, perhaps a hard helmet on his helmet. He goes to the ground. Humphries dislocated his left shoulder, would not return. So here comes Sean Salisbury in for the Chargers. His first play finds Charlie Jones. Out of the booth and onto your field. Stops, turns around, goes. Nice move. Gets out of bounds at the 20. That's a 21-yard gain. Same drive, 2nd and goal. Salisbury to Tony Martin. That's good for a score. Now we've got a tie at 7-0. Salisbury stoked. 3rd quarter, 10-7 Oakland. Hostetler back under pressure, but he lets fly. Kaufman gets stopped by Seau and Covea, but in the process they stop each other. Helmet to helmet. Not pretty. Both men on the turf out for the rest of the drive. Raiders take advantage. 1st and 10. Hostetler, the shovel to Derek Fenner. He was a backup in Cincinnati behind Harold Green. Looks like he's a starter now. 17-7. Seau get the smelling salts. 3rd quarter, Salisbury. Again, this time to Shannon Mitchell. 24 yards. And now again on 3rd and goal, Salisbury to Martin. Did he get in? Apparently he was stopped, but after further review by the official, you got it. Touchdown. Look again. Does the ball cross the plane? Does not appear to, but the call, it would stand. Now we're punting. 4th quarter. Jeff Gossett hangs one up. Darian Gordon, fair catch, but there's one problem. You got to catch to have a fair catch, and he doesn't. And guess who recovered? Dan Turk, the long snapper and the big guy, hustles his way down the field and falls his rather large body upon the pigskin. They recover at a 34-yard field goal. Kisses all around. Isn't that what football's all about? In his last 4 games, generally that refers to completions to his own teammates. Elway picked there by Lorenzo Lynch. He gets up and returns it about 10 yards before going out, and the replay shows that intended receiver Shannon Sharp tripped right there. No penalty called. It would be costly. Raiders then with the ball after the pick. Hostetler keeps it. Gets himself in for the 5-yard score. First rushing touchdown in 2 years. 7-0 Raiders. Still in the 1st, 3rd and 4. Denver's got the ball. Elway, not noted for running the ball, at least not until the last couple of weeks. Keeps it 17 yards, and it's a 1st down. 3rd down and 8 now. Elway in the shotgun again. Improvisational scrambling. Lets fly. And there's Sharp in the back of the end zone. Not tripped this time. Game tied at 7. 2nd quarter, after Hostetler drives the team down to the 20, Cole Ford in for the field goal, 25 yards out. Looks good, but after further review, illegal motion. Let's try it again, this time from 30 yards out, and this time Mr. Ford, not good. That's the Raiders' MO. They get penalized. Al Davis should not be surprised by this. 2nd half now, Broncos have the ball. Elway back and way back. He's dumped by Pat Swilling, 100th career sack. Can't scramble out of trouble that time. We go to the 4th. Broncos up 16-7. Hostetler, look at this pass. Deflected, but right into the hands of Ricky Dudley down to the 21-yard line. And so 3 plays later, Hostetler screen pass to Derek Fenner. Used to wallow on the Bengals roster, but now he's getting it done. 15 yards. Raiders down just 2 on their next possession. Hostetler, look at this. How wide open is Tim Brown? We know he's fast, but he's certainly not that fast. Falls down, rolls into the end zone. 42 yards and a score. How in the heck did he get that open? The cornerback, Ray Crockett, slipped and faked out of his protective equipment, let's say. Wide open is Brown. 21-16, the Raiders lead. But wait, this is the 4th quarter. This is John Elway. It's his time. The pump fake and the release. 49 yards for Rod Smith. Are you kidding me? It's like it's a script, and we've seen it a million times before. This is Jaws 11, 22-21.
Been on him, but he has been much better the last month. 3rd and 14. My goodness, look at the time. To Carl Williams in traffic, 24 yards, 1st down, Buccaneers. Late in the drive. The Bucs had the ball 23 minutes in the 1st half, by the way. Dilfer to the right flat to Eric Reddy. He's going to beat Terry McDaniel at the touchdown. 7-0 Buccaneers, 9.5-minute drive, 13 plays, 78 yards. 2nd quarter, though, after a Dilfer fumble, Raiders take advantage. Harvey Williams, the option jump pass to James Shadowmuth. He makes a nice jump on the photographer. We're tied at 7. All right, now we move to the 4th quarter, 7-10 Raiders, 3rd and 8. Dilfer. Cannot find anybody, but guess what? A real surprise. There's a flag on the play, roughing the passer, Tom.
Yeah, you see Andre Bruce come in here and not come in low around the legs, but come in high, come in late, get the roughing call, and the Buccaneers maintain possession.
About 12 penalties for the Raiders. Nothing's changed. Dilfer to Mike. You're in good hands with Allstott. Touchdown, and we're tied at 17 all. Under 2 minutes to go. The Raiders first and goal at the 7. They're going to run to the end zone for what? No, they're going to kneel. So on second down, they're going to run for what? No, they're going to kneel. Let's tick, 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 tick. Why not? We got Cole Ford. He's already kicked a tough field goal in the win. We're not even going to try for the end zone. And the kick is up, and it's no good. It's no good from 28 yards. Mike White can't believe it. In overtime, Bucs carried the play on 2 drives. Allstott caught a big pass, ran inside the 5. They run for it. Michael, come on, who's down? Husted. Field goal. It felt like a touchdown. Yeah, Cole Ford didn't get it done. Husted did, and the Buccaneers win it.
Meyer hit by Pat Swilling, fumbles. Bruce recovers for the Raiders, so Oakland's got the ball at the Seattle 21. 3 plays later, Jeff Hostetler hits James Jett, who turns on the Jets and sprints in. Touchdown, 7-3 Raiders. Seattle trying to come back. Meyer played pretty well. Here he goes deep to Joey Galloway. 40-yard completion down to the 2. Next play. Meyer play action, rode in. Ronnie Williams, first career touchdown, 10-7 Seattle. But the Raiders, Tommy, battle back with some trickery.
Yeah, Rick Cunningham here. We're going to see him spot shadowed. He's the tackle at the bottom of your screen. Right there, you see him running across the formation, sprinting across the formation, and a tackle's dream. I got the ball. It's a touchdown.
It was 14-10 Raiders at the half. In the third quarter, Raiders driving. Hostetler to Andrew Glover. 12 yards. That sets up Derek Fenner, the former Seahawk, 1 yard and a touchdown. 24-13 Raiders, early fourth quarter. But Seattle isn't done. Meyer going deep for Galloway again. Got him, 40 yards for the Raider 1. Next play, Chris Warren dives in. Seattle gets a 2-point conversion. They're down 3. Seattle has one more chance. They're down 27-21. Al Davis says, oh, please hold on. 4th and 2, under a minute to play. Meyer scrambling. Needs 2 yards, incomplete. Dennis Erickson wanted interference. He didn't get it. Rick Meyer played well, 16-25, 181 yards, 1 touchdown, not enough. Raiders win it.
Davis firing up the Raiders fans. Jimmy Johnson. Well, let's go. Let's get going, Dan. Tough cross-country flight after a Monday night loss. Fred Barnett, good pass, drop from Marino. Well, Tommy, what happened here?
Well, Freddie Barnett gets his hand up, but it looks like you look at the shadows right there. It looks like the sun was in his eyes. He just lost it right there at the end.
He lost it in the Jumbotron. Meanwhile, the Raiders signed Rich Camarillo, many-time Pro Bowl punter, and he got hurt in the warm-up, so Billy Joe Hobart is the emergency punter. He was hanging out with Neil O'Donnell, I think. It's Hobart punted, and it's down at the 6. 51 and 54-yard punt in the game for Hobart. Tim Brown gets the end around. And Timmy, despite the fact that the Raiders season not the way he and they had hoped, still playing hard. He's one of the best. 2 plays later, the end around to Darryl Hobbs. He wants to throw. I can't throw. I can't throw. He wants that the plane flies over. And oh my God, he completes it to Andrew Glover, a routine 7-yard play. That sets up Derek Fenner. Pitch, cut, boom. 6-yard touchdown. And look at Ricky Dudley.
Yeah, you take a look to the right of the screen, and number 83 right there, nice kick-out block, creates a nice lane right there for Anthony Harris, for Fenner to get into the end zone.
Well, still 7-0, under 2 minutes to go in the half. Marino back to pass, and Terry McDaniel is there. Marino throws into double coverage. McDaniel sprints it back to the Miami 42-yard line. First time for Marino that he's been intercepted in his last 111 attempts. Raiders take advantage with a minute to go in the first half. Jeff Hostetler, Tim Brown, the quick hitch, gone. 22 yards, touchdown, 14-0. The Raiders. Second half, Dolphins need this much for a first down. That's about 1 punt. The Raiders, though, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar rejected by Chamberlain. And then ESPN's Gary Stevens can't believe it. The Dolphins offensive coordinator, Tommy's old position coach in Louisville. Haas completes to Ricky Dudley on the change of position, and the Dolphins recover. So, Dolphins do life, down 14-0. But on the first play, boy, the Raiders have corners. McDaniel gets one. Albert Lewis gets a pick. Marino picked off 3 times in this game, only 4 times all year coming in. And then, next exchange, fumble. Greg Biekert recovers. 4 turnovers for Dan. 17-0 Raiders, 2.5 to go. Dolphins avoid their first shutout since at Buffalo in '87. Randall Hill catches it. Onside kick. Timmy Brown knocks it in the air. Louis Oliver is there. Brown knocks it smartly out of bounds. Raider ball to the chagrin of Jimmy Johnson. By the way, while we're talking about Timmy Brown, as the Raiders win at 17-7, both teams now at 6-7.
Out the night, and then watch number 99, the second chief in from your left. Brutal blow on Vaughn Booker. Amazingly, he'd get back in the game a little bit later. Still in the first quarter, nobody scored yet. Tim Brown last week set the all-time record for punt returns in the NFL. This one he takes in from Louis Aguiar. Jukes keeps flying. He's got all the Chiefs beat except for Aguiar. Knocks him out after a 3-dozen-yard gain. Next play from scrimmage. Speaking of great running, Napoleon Kaufman. The handoff from Hostetler. He jukes. He gets a block from Brown. Then Ricky Dudley will smear Booker. Kaufman's headed for the end zone. Collins pulls him down from behind. A 45-yard run to the 1. They don't get in their next crack. Hostetler again. The play fake, Derek Fenner. And now he's got Andrew Glover. Stay on your feet in that sloppy turf. Got it. Glover's first touchdown since last October. 7-0 Raider. What about Rich Gannon? He is the starting quarterback now for KC. Drops back, got time, got too much arm. Way overthrown. Darren Carrington scoops it up. That would lead to a Cole Ford 43-yard field goal. Gannon a horrible night. 12 of 33, 88 yards passing. Second quarter, the Chiefs are still down 10-0. Try to get on the board, and Pete Stoyanovich gacked it, pulled it right. So they're shut out going to the second half. Chester McLaughlin and company have got Gannon backed up. Third quarter, play fake, they don't bite. Gannon, safety on the intentional grounding. 12-0 Raiders. Then the Raiders inflict pain. Did you hear it? Tamrick Banover flattened by James Folston. Dale Carter pushes Kaufman out of bounds. He gets knocked into a cameraman. He gets carted off. The cameraman crippled him. 19-0 Raiders leading. Chiefs try to inflict pain on Hostetler. Instead, Dan Sulliamula gets fallen on by Pelham McDaniels. He's out of the game. Hostetler's still standing. Still chucking. Bullet to Tim Brown underneath. He cuts into the very corner of the end zone. 34-yard touchdown reception. Chiefs finally broke the shutout, but get wiped out. 26-7.
We get everybody back. We got defense back. We can pressure the Haas. And Tyrone Braxton, yeah, we can make the pick. And the Broncos have the ball at the 31. John Elway with a quick first half start. Looks right for Anthony Miller. Makes the spin on, it's a 15-yard gain. That sets up Terrell Davis. 3-yard touchdown, his 14th this season. Ties Anthony Miller and Sammy's Winded for the Denver record for most touchdowns in one season. 7-3 Broncos Elway to Shannon Sharp. Oh, man. Mike Morton with a huge hit. But big hit and Shannon gets up.
Yeah, Sharp looking back for the football. Maybe he got a little glimpse of Morton in coverage before he made that hit. You saw him trying to stop.
Well, he made the catch to keep the drive going. Aaron Craver stuffed initially, but somehow he gets in there. He burrows in. It's 14-3 for Mike Shanahan's Broncos. Raiders trying to answer. Hostetler, 3rd and 11. And it's off Darrell Hobbs and into the hands of Steve Atwater. Denver with the ball at the Raider 36. It's a free play, but watch what Elway does. Jerry Ball, whoop, whoop, whoop. No, you're not going to get me, big fella. No, sirree. And then the dart and the bomb. It's just a little bit far. That's an amazing play by Elway anyway. Next play, Elway to Rod Smith. He spins past Darren Carrington. The Broncos, all Denver the first half, 21-3, B-men. Rod Smith calling for a fair catch. It's a fumble. Things change in the third quarter. Dan Land lands on it for Oakland. Sets up a field goal, 24-6. Elway low snap, hit by Pat Swilling. It's hit Bembo. Lance Johnstone with the touchdown, and the Raiders have cut it to 24-13.
Yeah, Pat Swilling keeps working his way outside on Jamie Brown. You see Elway losing ground. Pat Swilling causes the fumble right there, and Johnstone gets the recovery for a touchdown.
All right, so Hostetler. Then they missed the two-point conversion, 24-12. Haas going deep for James Jett's pass interference, and the Raiders have the ball at the 2-yard line. After another penalty for the Raiders, 20th, am I reading this right? Scrambling is Haas hitting the backfield, somehow finds Darrell Hobbs at 24-19. Raiders get the ball back. Minute 52 to go. Billy Joe Hobart in at quarterback. Haas with a concussion on the sideline. Hobart, Tim Brown into Denver territory. Hobart picked off out by Ray Crockett, his second of the game. He could go all the way to the 20-yard line. Haas knows, well, he's hurting first of all.